Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are here with the next episode of SDF Macross. Why don't you give us a rundown of what happened last time?
Oh, I will certainly do so. Last time we had episode 16, Kung Fu Dandy, where Kaifun, Ling Kaifun, returns to see his parents aboard the SDF-1. At the same time, the captain announces to the crew through the broadcasters in the MBS that all civilians are quarantined inside the Macross, which sadly starts a ruckus slash riot inside Lin Min May's restaurant. Everybody gets into the fight, including Hikaru and Genius and our Kung Fu Dandy, who proves he's very good at fighting uh, in hand-to-hand combat, including hitting a guy in the nuts while he's flying over his head. But he's still a pacifist, though he gets called on it. Um, Also, apparently, Miyase has a weird reaction to seeing Kaifun in that she believes it somehow reminds me of Reiber, her former and now very much dead boyfriend. And that causes problems because when the Centrati always attack, in the middle of the attack, she freezes, thinking about the criticism that he levels at her for being a member of the military. And in the process, while she's engaging the Daedalus attack, the missiles do manage to destroy the enemy ship, but Hikaru gets caught in the crossfire and shot down. Friendly fire. So Hikaru is in the hospital. Misa is questioning herself, and now we have Kaifun who has arrived like a typhoon to the Macross.
I mean, she needs to question her eyesight. I mean, I sent you the two images side by side. At
Yeah.
best, they've got similar bangs, maybe a chin. Otherwise, it's different nose, different eyes, even their mouth expressions are all different. They do not look like the same person. The hair color is obviously different. Their eye color is obviously different. It's all different.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna add anything to it. It's just like they're not the same. Yeah, the narrative said the writer said they look similar enough that she gets PTSD about it. I don't know.
See, I don't. The only way I could even possibly approach it was to think that she's just attracted to him. But the fact that she does like a whole flashback to Ryber is just the confusing bit. Oh man, it's just like when Ryber kicked that guy in the nuts when he was flying overhead. I don't know. I think I was pretty vocal that I thought this was one of the weakest episodes of SDF Macross.
Yeah, I concur. Yeah.
Not even just because of Misa, because there's so many logical inconsistencies about literally like one scene. One scene alone had so much shit that did not line up. But I guess at the very least, it looks like it's setting up for a more dramatic episode. Like your boy in intensive care has to have some sort of consequence to how people are acting, or at least, like, obviously, as you mentioned in the recap there, Misa, she has to at least, hopefully, consider what she's done in the same way that when Hikaru was saying, "Space is dangerous. Don't you know anything? Aren't you the top of your class? We're going back." That sort of thing. And then she reevaluates how dangerous space is. I don't even know what lesson she's going to learn here, but hopefully she learns one.
We can only hope.
Well, I can only hope. One assumes that you know. Again, I always have to think back when I'm describing stuff to you that, oh, that's right, you're just thinking about what you've already seen.
Yeah.
All right, well, you have any thoughts going into the episode before we do?
This seems to be like the middle of the story. Now that I'm thinking back, to what I remember, this actually kind of feels like the messy middle. Like they had an original story, which is okay, the aliens attack. That's one arc. Then we had the return to Earth arc, and now we're in the messy stuck on Earth arc, right? So you have these sort of mini arcs inside the story. that follow one on the other. And this one seems very messy because, like, okay, we got them to Earth. Now what? And I think that's a lot of the discrepancies you're coming. It's like, how do we? Okay, we got them to Earth. But nobody know. Okay, they declared dead. Okay, we did that. But Mimei come back with a cousin. Okay, cousin's gonna be a romantic rival to Hikaru. Are we still feeling that? Right. It feels like they're just sort of like, going along and sort of like, okay, okay, fine. Just do it. Just we're doing it live.
Well, yeah, it very much feels like we've rushed back to Earth as fast as we possibly can, and now the story is how the UN wants to get them off of Earth, right? Because that was the message we got last time when the UN is like they're still attacking the Macross. Oh, and also the message we got from the UN meeting from before. Well, your ship is full of civilians, and they are interested in civilians. We can still use you as a decoy.
Basically.
Yeah, that they want the Macross off of Earth now. So we rushed to Earth in one arc. Now we need to rush to figure out how to get the Macross back off of Earth. All right. Well, I think that's all of our thoughts before the episode. So I think we should just go ahead and roll on into it. But before we get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra. I guess I could hope for at least a second opening to the show. I think at a certain show length, you should produce a second opening.
That I can't tell, honestly, because the version I watch always had the same beginning for every episode for like three shows, so got to put together. So
Well, this has what, 30 something?
30 episodes, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I would think,
36 episodes.
Yeah, I would think after you hit like the 12 episode mark or something.
Hmm?
I mean, unless it's a banger, like unless it really hits and everyone's like, God, you should release this as a single or something.
Oh yeah, there's definitely Macross really has a lot of singles, especially later shows they're classics.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe same song, different opening animation. Just make it reflective of the changes of the show. Like maybe a new opening for every arc. Because that was the opening for when everything was brand new. Now show us the opening that has all the civilians on board and everything.
Valkyrie 戦闘隊バーミリオン小隊所属一条光注意鳥島沖マクロス防衛戦において負傷全身に裂傷を受け絶対安静中東部打撲による一時的な混乱が認められる
Oh, right, now I remember. I already made fun of this. The Dream episode. Wait, what's the name? How was the name of that shop in the background? HHGGTC? Was that just DNA?
No idea.
Hey, what'd you say your favorite episode was? Global Report? Cool, time to get some more of that.
I think it's just showing their limitations of their budget and like, yeah, let's use what we already have.
I think already the most poignant thing to me was that he was alone in that hospital room. Because I would have thought maybe Min-Mei would have been there.
Although you can tell they animated a couple of things new, because in the original, he was dressed as a pilot, as he's already an officer. But here you see him dressed as his civilian self.
No, in the original he wasn't an officer yet.
No, he was. He was. In fact, he skipped. He skipped his patrol and disobeyed orders. And his teammate Genius and the other guy was. They were in.
Well, obviously now you
in
can
the
tell
audience.
that they've made it something extra. No. Oh God. No. I'm gonna have to go back. I don't remember. I could have sworn it was what he rushes off to after. No, never mind. That was when he gets into that one that has the ablative armor or reactive armor.
Yeah.
At least it's a natural, normal sounding scream.
Yeah. It's not a Wilhelm scream. They
Oh,
actually had
no.
some better-
Since I have a Gundam Seed scream that you need to hear at some point. It's actually supposed to be some guy crying, but you would think he was being murdered in the most horrible way. Okay, we're getting there. I was about to say, you'd think he'd have more PTSD about that one giant that he killed. But we're about to hit that scene.
Or not.
Oh yeah, because apparently they're in the Macross and not landing on the planet like I thought he was. So it is just like a mindfuck episode.
Basically.
Oh man, I can't wait to get home to my apartment and look at my picture of one tree.
しゃあない先輩に相談してみるか
それじゃあ結局民名を助けに行きたくって軍のパイロットに志願したってわけか
そうです
まあなんだ民間人が軍の飛行機をかっぱらって
Do you think this is actually a storyline that they wanted to do, ran out of budget, and said, let's make it a dream sequence?
Could be.
どうした光る敬礼ぐらいするもんだぞ
わかりました一条光です
私は早瀬美沙一条光どっかで聞いたことのある名前ね
あ
あの時の民間人ね
あん時のおばさん失礼しました
Oba-san.
やだこの人この間撃ち落とされた人だ何どうしたの
Also, he's not a civilian, he's wearing the uniform.
Yeah, no, but he's remembering.
I know,
version,
I'm just pointing out the inconsistency of his dream.
Oh, it is a dream.
Yeah, I'm just saying. He's remembering himself in a military uniform, and his own internal psychology is having people call him a civilian.
And a moron.
The boot camp thing I keep mentioning.
Yeah.
It was a debate that we had before, and I brought up his boot camp thing where all he did was ground shit.
Oh, there you have it. He's actually flying, training in their craft as well.
I can't tell if this is boot camp anymore. Also, this is a dream. Both of my points are invalid.
No, but I think that's a part of the original sequence.
I don't think so. Because I don't remember him shooting the targets with a gun either.
Oh, they were. Oh, now we're reusing the intro.
You're dream sequencing the opening. He's dream sequencing the opening. Oh my God. You better change something.
I mean, this is so meta because he's dreaming about being in the show.
Yeah, I about to say he better be dreaming he's watching the show or something. He is fucking up the opening though.
Yeah.
this episode better end with him standing in a circle of everybody he knows, and they're all clapping his hands.
Yeah,
The Evangelion
アー
ending.
マードバルキリー
I know.
発進しました。
一条注意。あなた無断出撃で謹慎してるはずじゃなかったの？
おう、
あなたまた民名さんを助けに行くつもり？
I feel like you could watch this episode by itself and never watch the rest of Macross.
好きなんだから仕方ないだろ
I mean, you'd have no idea what the fuck Macross is about,
また撃墜されても知らない。
Yeah.
but it would still make exactly as much sense as it makes.
今度こそやられるもんか。行け
Well, you're not gonna save her. You're gonna kill her. Also, technically, in this scene, those were those 3 guys who were just listening to your television transmissions.
Yeah.
アーマードバルキリーは大破。一条光る注意は期間中だって。また落とされたの？よくやる。
Honestly, Mishami, I can't understand what this readout says at all.
何度でも行く人じゃない？
It's just an atom
行くかもよ。
and a rotating star symbol.
言えてる。
Man, that light has been red for the last 17 episodes.
撃墜されてばかりだけど、この特別製の自転車なら。
In a bicycle.
民名、
ブリッジよりお伝えします。本日未明、墜落王として名高い
And we're back to this one.
自転車による
Crash King.
緊急飛行を試み、これに失敗いたしました。この遊びは大変危険ですから、くれぐれも真似をなさらぬようお願いいたします。
一条くん、民名さんの救出作戦、私たちでよければ手伝うわよ。
水臭いですよ隊長。僕らに任せてください。
どう？
みんな。
I feel like when this episode's over, I can just smear ketchup all over my face as though I've been like bleeding from the eyes or something.
隊員たちに手助けしてもらえるなんて。
その代わり、帰ったら言うこと聞くのよ。
I can't wait to see this episode in the live action version. You know, remake this and just do all the drugs, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that ABBA song was playing in the background there for a
って
second.
やつだ。
一条くん。さあ、今のうちに敵艦に潜入しましょう。
潜入した後、どうやって民名を探しますか？
そうね。敵の巨人兵に変装するっていうのはどうかしら。
That was the other guy. Are you dreaming yourself doing what Genius did?
Yeah, pretty much.
なんかすぐにバレそうだな。
その時はその時。行きます。
At least in his memory, because they didn't want to spend the budget, it's still Genius who is driving the disguised Valkyrie and not him, you know?
Well, I'm gonna attribute that to the fact that they didn't want to pay to reanimate a scene.
Exactly.
見つかった。
入れますけど辛抱してください。わかった。
Surprisingly, though, he did not dream about the 2 times he's kissed Misa. So,
「ダメです。全然動きません。
わかった。どうします？
こうなったら強行突破しかないわ。
了解。
but where's Minmay? Well, we came here to save Minmay, remember?
Yeah,
I'm trying to
we
remember
found
the
it.
internal logic of this episode.
I mean, it's supposed to be a dream sequence, so...
Yeah, but they
Right.
said we want to join you to save Minmay. The only reason they're here in this part of the dream sequence. Is it a mid-roll or is it a dream mid-roll? Because remember, he's in the show right now. We played the opening twice.
Yeah.
歌声
Oh, there it is.
Okay, there we go. Now, are you gonna fall in the water and Minmay's gonna be down there taking a shower?
民名無事だったんだ
Nope.
それにしても
Completely off.
羨ましいわさあ早く彼女を助け出さなくっちゃ
早瀬隊員これからは僕一人にやらせてください
そうねその
Oh.
方がいいわね
So, she's a captain here in this part of the dream.
僕が行きます
But you remember, she gets promoted to captain when they get back from here.
Yeah.
民名
And a song she hasn't actually sung
約
yet.
束通り助けに来たよ
それがダメなのよ
ダメってどうして
ごめんねヒカル海部兄さんが軍人さんとはお付き合いしちゃいけないって
なんだ
That
って
actually sounds real.
どうして海部
Yeah.
が
俺は軍人が嫌いだ民名はお前には渡さん
What if I made that the character that I had the artist draw? Kaifu, Creed deck.
わかっただったら今すぐに
My favorite
軍人をや
character
めてやる
from my favorite episode.
なんだと
To be fair, that was pretty badass. I enjoyed that. Well, I'm not a soldier. Bah!
Yeah.
さあ早く乗ってミサイルが来る急いで
Kind of feel like he's taking control of the dream right now.
Yeah. Lucid dreamer.
大丈夫
I do not like how close she is to the turbine, apparently, of this thing. Well, no, it turned into an intake. It seemed like when she was being held there, like
Yeah.
those are a circular turbine.
民名
I mean, it's essentially our coolest action shot of the first, what,
Yeah.
15 episodes or so. Had
And
to
now we
include
heard-
it.
We heard two different songs from her that we haven't heard before.
Oh, I thought this was part of the same song.
変形すれば助かるよ
I don't know. I think it's oh.
We'll find out eventually if it turns out to be a real song. In which case,
閉めた
he's Back to the Future and Michael J. Foxed himself into a song.
Yeah.
Because it's his dream, so technically he wrote it. Oh, we are heading towards the shower, aren't we?
Yep.
If we see Min-Mei taking a shower, it means it's a shower he did not actually see, but is now imagining.
本当だやった
あそこから登れそうよ
うん
Giant fish? Is he gonna open it and there's gonna be a giant fish? Nope.
うわ
I cannot guess a dream.
どうしたのこ
これが
れが全部宇宙船
こんなすごい艦隊なんて
I thought the giant fish floating in space was going to be the craziest thing you can imagine because they actually saw it.
局地戦
いや
So it'd be the easiest thing to pull into the dream
丸
sequence.
ごと飲み込むくらいねえヒカルどうしちゃったの
悪い夢
I don't know, but where did Misa go?
So now he's having a dream within a dream. Yeah, we're doing the shower thing, I guess.
And no one ever repaired that. And yes, exactly as I said, he didn't actually see her. Or unless he just did, actually.
覗いたな
ごめん
I mean, it's not what happened before, but does that imply that's what he did?
久しぶりね
Or tried to do.
He porkies, Misa? Not Misa.
人気スター
Min-Mei?
1年ぶりだもんな
もう1年になるのか。
長いようで短いもんだな。
これから先どうなるのかしら、私たち。
さてね。
I think Global Report would have been a lot better if it was framed this way.
As a fever dream of him.
これはまずいんじゃない？
Well, imagine we start Global Report and it's Global sitting at his computer, and instead of regular pipe smoke, he's got that wacky tobacco, and he just starts going off, giving a crazy ass report.
今の写真がばらまかれたら、
I in fact think it would be better if that happened. That way, when they go to the UN and nobody fucking believes anything that they've said, it's because Global was on drugs and gave a bad report.
かわいい。
She's just not that into you, man.
No.
Back at the circus tent.
やっと君を助け出したっていうのに、これからどうなるんだろうね。
Do you think this is the episode that gave Harmony Gold all their ideas? We just recut
Wow.
all the episodes of Macross into our own story. We could literally do anything with it.
不思議な魔法解けてしまうの。振り切るように駆け下りた。
Was that a tin of Airman?
Oh, I think. Well, I don't know. I do know that she's singing Cinderella.
Yeah.
ううん。
Pretty sure it's the same song she sang the first time, because I think we pointed that out then too.
へえ。
この曲ヒットしてくれるかしら。
あ、きっと当たると思うよ。どんどん僕から離れてっちゃうんだね。
あら、そんなことないわ。ヒカルとはいつまでも友達よ。
ね
Yeah, that's what I want to be.
もし歌手にならなかっ
Friends.
たら何になりたかったの？
私？そうね。やっぱりお嫁さんかな。
お嫁さん？そうか。君ならきっといいお嫁さんになれるよ。
ありがとう。でも、もうおしまいね。
そんなことないって。まだこのまま死ぬって決まったわけじゃないんだから。
いいのよ、ヒカル。
Not the script, that's for sure.
せめて死ぬ前に一度でいいから花嫁衣装が着たかったの。
Here's one to screw up anybody who's doing a Google image search.
結婚式でもやりますか。
That was a clear image. I'd use that in the thumbnail just to mess everybody up.
僕なんかが相手でいいの？
ねえヒカル、この夢から覚めたら本当に結婚しましょう。
本気なの？
Oh, man.
一緒になろう。
Only one of you is dreaming.
簡単に言うけど、
Yeah.
また後で気が変わったりするんじゃないの？君は
Of course he will. I'm not really in the dream. It's just you.
そんなこと言ったって
Yeah, you're her dream. Literally, you're a pixie dream. That's a pixie dream girl. Yeah.
疑うつもりじゃないけ
Well,
ど。
just dream you is pretending that both of you are in this together
人は住む世界の違う人間
so that you can only wake up sad in the realization that
だけど僕
you can't share a dream with somebody else.
そんなことなら心配ないわよヒカル。ヒカル。
I mean, so long as this episode doesn't end with him waking up and not realizing he was in a dream. Or at the same time, though, if he wakes up, well, I mentioned I'm surprised they didn't, and here they did. At the same time, though, if they wake up from the dream and it gives him the confidence to go just talk to Mid-May directly, I guess that would still be
どうして
good.
民名が早瀬大尉に？
結局あなたも軍人なの。
夢か。
No, you're still in the dream.
嫌
Forever.
な夢だったな。
Well, no, remember in the real world, he has that thing connected to him. Or
I think
or
that he
fucking
just,
not.
Yeah, he just woke up.
They showed us him in the real bed like 5 times with a thing attached to him. So, was that Ranma 1/2?
No, that was May dressed in a
Ranma
Kipao.
1/2 costume.
It's quick. It's a Kipao.
Look, all I know is what the main character of Ranma 1/2 wears when he's a woman.
I know.
All you have to do is splash Minmay with cold water, and she'll turn into a guy.
I mean, she got splashed with water a couple of times, so that didn't work.
Yeah, but she wasn't wearing the costume.
I don't think it's a costume. I think in ramen it's just Ace.
I know. I'm just really attached to the joke that I'm making. Because this was a whole episode. I've not been given an episode in a while now that's making me attached to people to take them seriously. From a global report, well, I guess technically maybe what was the UN talk episode?
That was. Let me see. Checking. Chinatown.
Chinatown had its problems, but Chinatown had some very serious moments, like when I was making my thoughts last episode, I think, when I gave them. Those were the ones where most of the serious thoughts came from. That weren't just complaints, like Misa's dad being a more complex character than was first given. So, after that, it's all just been weird fuck-ups. It's like, there's nothing for me to... Like, the start of the show, right, was these are our characters, we're learning our characters. This is the situation, we're learning our situation. We're pushing through our situations and trying to figure out our character dynamics. These are our character dynamics. Let's move through our character dynamics. Then it's recap episode, weird drama, not being able to understand the very precepts of the situation. Right? We're quarantined. Well, you quarantine people when they're sick and whatnot, right? So, well, what about those 2 people that just flew away on the deck where, you remember the scene where it happened? Hundreds of people are behind rope, waving and watching them fly off. Everybody knows that they left the ship.
I mean, yeah. Everybody in the Macross knows that they left the ship.
Yeah. I mean, well, are we considering... Well, yeah, I don't have it open. What was his name? The commander that took over when the 2 captains of the Macross left?
The colonel, yeah.
Starts with the name Misov, Mirov. It's an M sound and an off sound. Mirov. Something like that. Anyway, we propositioned that he could be, well, at least I did. I don't remember if you agreed or not, that he could have been from the outside. That he got
I don't
sent.
think he is from. I know you made an argument that we didn't see him before, but to me, I think he's just part of the crew. So, someone just because we haven't seen him before doesn't mean he's not part of the crew.
Fair enough. There are 70,000 characters. It's possible that we didn't see all of them. But, I don't know. Man. There's just so much going on that is wrong. Like, obviously, there's the anchor points I have for the show where everything, no matter how weird it is logically okay. You know, our whole adventure from Pluto back to Earth did not have many, that doesn't make any fucking sense, points, right? Everything was, no matter how weird, logically fit into the framework of the show. Now we're back on Earth, and it's like, what is going on? Hey, maybe that's the plan. Maybe they are dead. Maybe this is a limbo, right? This is a lost scenario. This is Macross as made by J.J. Abrams.
Oh God, no. I mean, I can see the whole mystery box thing, but still.
Maybe they're not quarantined. maybe the military is pumping in some weird hallucinogen into the air of the Macross. And this is everyone's just fever dreams. There was no riot. There was no fight. Everyone's actually just collapsed over tables right now. Just out of it.
Eh,
Anyway, I've gone off at length. Yeah, what are your thoughts about this episode?
uh, it's just the problem with these, and I said it earlier. I'm not a fan of the whole romantic thing angle here. And this kind of proves it more because it's just more of the same. To me, it feels very soap opera, right? It's like, oh no, I'm still pining for that girl that actually never said that she's going to be my girlfriend, but I assume she was. And now I have feelings for this other woman who I called an old woman, but I got to kiss her twice. So I guess she's the first woman I ever kissed. So that's important. So yeah. Um,
My
you know,
problem here, Lessons, is that your argument here is very normal and acceptable for a show like this. But your argument applies to a normal episode of the show. What about this episode? The
I mean,
fever dream.
the whole fever dream is really about him figuring out what his position is as a soldier, as a member of the UN Armed Forces, and his position Misa versus Lin May. Basically, that's what it is. If you strap all the weirdness and because it's a dream sequence, they jump around and all that. That's what it boils down to. I mean, they were talking about that, like, oh, we're drifting apart. You're gonna be your success. Also, there's flashes of paparazzi. It's like, whoa, the paparazzi sees us here. It's gonna be a problem because you're an idol, right? That's what they're dealing with, and he's basically trying to figure it out. Okay, where do I go from here? Now, question is, will he, or will keep just, you know,
Okay,
doing
so
more of
you're
the stuff?
saying this episode is the embodiment of that
Yeah.
thing that you don't like.
Um,
See, I'm fine with will they, won't they's, especially if they actually tease out that there might be other solutions to the problem. Like, I don't see, I don't foresee Misa being that thing, but like when Genius shows up, right? And Genius is like, "Oh, I won't tell anybody I saw you kiss." You know, that's like that is the I don't know. A lot of people don't like that because that's like Melrose Place or Beverly Hills 90210. Well, that's
yeah.
the stupid shit drama. I
Mhm.
appreciate that it at least it is an actionable event in they will they won't they thing. It's not just I'm gonna keep looking at Mid-May whenever I'm at the restaurant. I wish I could do something. You know, that is the
Yeah.
boring will they won't they shit. This is like I keep getting forced to kiss Misa. I don't want to. And Minmay's gonna find out eventually because that asshole in my own unit is gonna try and use this against me. That's at least action. That is stuff. Stuff is good. Not stuff is bad. So I'm counting this as bad though, because this was not stuff.
Yeah,
There's
no,
no
this is more
point.
like one.
At no point is anybody from his dream sequence going to appear in the real world and do something. This was a this was an episode of not actionable stuff. God, what's Lynn's cousin called? What's it? Minmay's
Typhoon.
cousin, Kaifun. Kaifun Krindak is never going to show up ever again, right? I would almost like to, type up to my artist, hey, quick, change it to Kaifun Krindak. He's got to be the worst villain of the whole show now. So if he somehow, if like somewhere the Centrati show up with dream portal technology and all of his shit flies out of his head, cool, that'd be actionable. Never gonna happen.
Hmm.
Anyway, I think that's all I got for this episode. Do you have any further thoughts?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stone Faced Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye bye. Hands on the controls!
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?